What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell. So, yep, we got an article on Outkick. Not one Democrat senator voted to protect women's sports from males. So, let's get into this article from Outkick. Yeah. And here we go. January 14th, Republican majority House of Representatives passed the Protection of Women and Girls Sports Act by a 218-206 marching with all the Republicans voting yeah, all but two Democrats voting nay. So here we go. Representative Greg Stube sponsored the House bill, and there was a similar bill in the Senate sponsored by Tommy Tuberville. Unfortunately, Tuberville's common sense bill failed to pass the Senate on Monday because Republicans needed multiple Democrats to vote in favor. None of them did, nor one Democrat senator was willing to say no, males do not belong in women's sports. So here's Riley Gaines. Yep. So he wanted to highlight all the Democrats. Look, 45 nays. So there you go. All the Democrat senators. Okay, of course, Warnock there in Georgia. And they chose to vote in favor of their radical gender ideology and stick with their party's position, which is widely unpopular with the vast majority of Americans, over voting with what their constituents clearly prefer. That's exactly the opposite of the way the American government is supposed to work. And Tuberville addressed that issue that he appeared on Fox News, America Reports, prior to the vote. A lot of these Democrats, they don't vote with their constituents. They vote how they want to vote, and that's wrong, Tuberville said. I talked to Democrats and said, what is it you don't understand here? They said, well, it's not going to be fair. Wait a minute, fair? You're going to sway with going away with women's sports is what you're going to do. That's what's really unfair and also dangerous. Yeah. And this is not a Democrat or Republican issue. This is an American and equal rights issue. So there you go, Tommy Tuberville. And additionally, Paula Scallon, a former teammate of Leah Thompson at the University of Pennsylvania, was described the psychological damage she endured being because of sharing a locker room with a male. So yep, and this is joined Outkick's Hot Mic on Monday. So yeah, the majority of Democrats, the majority of American people do not want males in women's sports. Yet these politicians are sitting up there in Washington voting against the interests of what the people and they supposed to represent. All right, let's see a quick interview. Paula. Let me get.
It's like, why is it so difficult to get legislation passed on something that the American people want? And I mean, it's common sense. You know, that's the thing. It's there's two genders, and men should not be competing against women in competition. So I'm looking at it from that angle. But yet, what does it say if it doesn't pass the Senate floor?
I mean, it'll say we still have work to be done. Obviously, it's just sad though, because again, I think if you look at the polls, it's almost 70% of Democrats. Yes. It's like 67% of Democrats. I just saw this say that they don't want men and women's sports. That is the majority of Democrats, not the majority of the American people, which we already know we have. The majority of Democrats do not want this, and yet these politicians are sitting up there in Washington D.C. and voting against the interests of the people that they're supposed to represent.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know. So, yeah, so that's the hot take. And here's the thing. It's a sad day in American politics when elected officials choose their own priorities over the priorities of the people. So, yep, sad. And that's, yep, especially this guy there. Geez, it's crazy. So, yeah. But, you still need some Democrats to vote, but they're just going to pick over their own interests. And this is what we're getting sick of. So, yeah. All right. If any of you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKO special. Help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. And wherever you are, stay safe. And I'll see you in my next video.